Hi everyone, this is team number 25. We are developing Scrum game using Kinect and Greenfoot. In the initial sprint, in the first sprint, we have covered the installation of Kinect server and Greenfoot on all the machines. And we have ran a few sample codes and we have understood the basic flow of how the classes work in collaboration with each other, how joins are recognized, and basically how to code in the next sprint. And also we have understood the rules. So this is our task breakdown sheet, and which consists of all the things that I've mentioned. And we have also understood the rules, what all the regulation, what all are the requirements, regulations which is to be taken in consideration. And this is the burn down sheet which will be present in the team report as well. So this would be the game board, and each player would place its token on the start point right here. And there would be two types of dices. The progress dice would help in marking down the burning down of the hours, and the special dice would help us move around the board right here. And there would be three types of cards: the impediment, the opportunity, and tool cards, which would help you in moving forward or give you blockages. The player wins if by the end of the 10th day it has burned all the hours, and if it's not the case, then the player would lose. So to install Kinect on Windows 7, we need to make sure that we have certain libraries and certain frameworks installed in the correct order as mentioned on the website, as you can see right here. We have to make sure that the C++ libraries are up to date. Then we'll go ahead and install the OpenNI framework and the Knight framework. And in the end, we'll install the Kinect OpenNI driver for Windows, right? So once we install the driver, we need to check if the driver is up and running, right? So we can go to this particular link, this particular path on our local Windows, and run the NI user tracker. So let us do that. And once I run it, a black screen will appear, and as you can see, Neeraj is in front of the screen, and Kinect will detect and calibrate the joints, and the coding is done based on the movement of the joints, right? So Kinect detects these joints, and that is how it analyzes the movement. So as we can see that the calibration is up and running and the Kinect is working fine on the system, we'll go ahead and again, in the end, we'll download the last step. We'll download the Kinect server, which is the last step to the installation process. Once this is done, you'll be able to see a Kinect server like this Greenfoot small logo here in the Windows tray. So if you have this shows that your installation is perfect and that everything is up and running. So Greenfoot people have provided us certain examples, and let us run one of it. So this is called painting. As you can see, Neeraj is there, and with his right hand he can start painting. So once he is done with the painting, he can use his left hand to erase. So this is a simple example of how Kinect works along with Greenfoot.
Alright, we have set up Kinect with Greenfoot on Mac OS X. Alright, the first and foremost thing, yeah, we install Mac boards first. The Mac board version is 2.0.1. We install using we can install using the DMG file or maybe a package file. Then the second thing is we install the prerequisite libraries into this. We have the 5 commands for that. The first is the self update, which updates all the ports that we have available on the Mac, which self update all the ports itself. The second is installing the lib tool, and the following are lib USB devel universally, and then install the boost and install the wxFGets that we have. Then we are going to install the OpenNI and test it appropriately. Installing OpenNI, the Kinect driver, and Knight. Then we're going to test it. As you can see, that's me in the video, me in the image, and tracking myself. That's the sample user tracker application that I'm running on OpenNI. Then the last step is here is we have to install the Kinect server that's going to connect Greenfoot with Kinect. And it's actually a driver which can understand the code that we write in Greenfoot, and it will act appropriately back and forth with the Kinect. And that's how we install the Kinect driver for for the I mean for Kinect server.
Start with the Greenfoot. Here we have to create an application that is Scrum game using Greenfoot and the Kinect. So we should know about Greenfoot, how things work inside it. For that, Greenfoot provided tutorial. Here we can see like we have few things that can be done, like how we can implement movement in the key control, how we can add and remove actors, how we can save the world and create sound inside the application that can be learned here. And second thing is like Greenfoot provide us some samples that we can download from here. As we can see, a lot of examples are here. Out of these, only few are there with the source code, so you need to check it. So using this, I have created a sample application. So in this sample application, what I've done is like a world and actor. These are the two main things. Inside the world, I've created a my world class that will basically this screen, like how is it visible to the outside world. And in the actor, I've taken few actors like a baby, a fruit, and a special thing like booster. So I'm going to play it for you. It's like this. So you can see a movement of one object inside the world. Second thing is like how key control should work. It's like up, down, capturing of the keyboard control. Third thing is the sound that once it hit an object, then it will create a sound. So sound you can capture using two things. Like either you can include the third party file, or you can create your own file from here and include it inside the application. That can be done from here. So that's a very good thing that can be used inside the application. So from here on, this is the basic thing you should know about Greenfoot.
Now let's explore a few Kinect classes that will help us interfacing with Greenfoot, track user gestures, its body movements, etc. The first and the foremost class is the Kinect World class, where it constructs a Kinect world which is 640 by 480 pixels with a full size thumbnail image available. And here it is basically it inherits from the basic world class, and where you can specify all the different Kinect scenarios. The different methods are the act method, where you can update information from the client, then the isConnect and the disconnect method, where you can check if it is currently connected to the functioning Kinect server or not. The get all users and get tracked users method, where you can track all the users in front of the Kinect. Let's look into the joint class, where it basically is a class where you grab the data for a joint in a skeleton for a tracked user. It gives you all the different joint indices, its physical position, its screen position, its x coordinate on the screen, the y coordinate on the screen, etc. Now let's look into the Kinect Client class. The Kinect Client class is an important class that helps you interface the Greenfoot to the Kinect server via a socket, and basically it creates a Kinect LAN that attempts to connect to a server on the local machine. So it's basically a communication channel between the Kinect server and the Greenfoot. Now let's look at the point 3D class. It's a simple three-dimensional point class characterized by x, y, and z coordinates. And the last one is the user data class, where gives you the data for a user that is a person in front of the sensor. It can be characterized by different attributes like the ID, the state, the previous state, an array of joints, and Greenfoot image. So these are the classes that will help you in building a sample program using the Kinect and the Greenfoot.